Hi, my name is Joseph Capral. I'm going to show you how to do a clutch adjustment on this freightliner. This is the Eaton clutch that's in here. First off, you want to put your safety glasses on because up underneath this truck there's a lot of grease and dirt and all that. You don't want that to fall in your eyes. Right here you have your clutch adjustment bolt, which adjusts your clutch brake disc right there and your throwout bearing right there, and then you have your forks right there. You have to adjust with that screw. So right now we're going to take this tool that you can either buy or make, and the distance between the clutch brake disc and the throwout bearing should be a ½ inch, but it is kind of loose, and the distance between the forks and the throwout bearing should be an ½ of an inch, which that I cannot put in there on either side. So this clutch needs adjustment. So push in the clutch. So now we're gonna have that right there. What you do you push in the clutch, you push down the bolt, and then you start turning it to do adjustment. Alright, now when you do this, make sure the bolt's back out, and so he can release the clutch. Alright, release it. Alright, now stick our measurement tool up there, and now that's better. Now let's check our clutch forks. There we go. That's better. See how I can kind of let go of that and it grabs without falling. So that adjustment's good. So now I'm going to take you up in the cab and show you the adjustments on the pedal. Make sure the adjustments on that is correct. So now we're up here in the cab of the freightliner, and I'm going to show you how to do the measurements with the clutch pedal. And first off, take your tape measure, and you want to take your fingers, not your foot, because you can accidentally put too much pressure with your foot because you can't really tell. Take 2 fingers, make sure you got your measurements at 9 inches. Go down, do your travel, and it stops about 7, so that's about 2 inches, and that right there is the distance for the forks to grab or pull the throwout bearing to disengage the clutch. So that is correct. Now what I'm going to do next is do the measurement with a feeler gauge, 10/1000 feeler gauge, and put it in between the clutch brake disc and the throwout bearing. So you got throwout or the feeler gauge. Alright, so now he's got the feeler gauge. I'm gonna push the clutch down. Do I got it? Yeah. Alright, now what you want to do is put the measuring tape right there. So alright, we're at 2 inches, and we're going to slowly let up on the clutch, and my assistant's going to tell me when the feeler gauge fell out. Alright, right there, that's about 1/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, sorry, and that's about correct on that. So now we're going to go back to the bottom of the truck and show you the grease fittings. Alright, we're back up underneath the truck, and I'm going to show you where the grease fittings are on this truck. So there are 2 on either side of this transmission. There's one right there for the clutch fork on this side, and on this side is the same thing. There's a grease fitting over there, and then on the throwout bearing there's one on the bottom and there's one on the side to grease this clutch. Now when you put a new clutch in, you want to make sure that grease that properly, because if you don't, it'll destroy that, and then you'll make a really bad noise, and then you have to replace it again. But other than that, that is pretty much how you do adjustments on a clutch and everything. And one more thing, come out here. This right here is a solo clutch. How you do adjustments on this is you push the clutch in. You have somebody push the clutch in. Then you take this tab that's right here, and you slide it all the way back to good. And then the person that's in the cab pumps it 5 times, and it'll self-adjust itself. This is a solo clutch made by Eaton that self-adjusts it, so you don't have to do all those processes, or processing I should say. If you have free pedal, then that would be the linkage. You don't ever really adjust that unless you're replacing it, or if you have free pedal, and that's how you do that.